What's going on, guys? Sloopy here, back at it with a new video. So today we're going to start a new series. It's going to be called Am I the Asshole? So I'm going to make a playlist and I'm just going to mainly say stories to do with this thread. And yeah, so today's gameplay, as you can see, the floor is done very nicely for the cave base. So that's good. Yeah, I'm just going to continue building and yeah. We're going to start off with the first story. For wanting to ghost, am I the asshole? For wanting to ghost my supposedly best friend. 32 female, and my friend, 35 female. Let's call her Poppy. Have been close for 4 years and working together mostly every day. We used to talk every single day and meet up whenever possible. She lives about 5 minutes away from my house, and during that time, we built what I thought was a strong bond. When I left my previous job, where we first became close, I told her it would feel weird not seeing her every day. Instead of understanding, she brushed it off and said I was being so dramatic. That comment hurted me a lot. Should be hurt me, but it's okay. No, we can't all spell. So that comment hurted me a lot, and I still think about it. She cancels plans often, doesn't really listen when I open up, and sometimes makes comments that come across as jealous. This, for example, that I live with my partner and not with my parents, and that managed to get a better job. What pisses me off the most was when she asked me to cancel my D&D session to meet up with her and old colleagues when she has never done the same. She keeps making me confused with her timing of messages. If I take more time to reply, but when I do reply, she takes ages to respond. She takes ages to reply. An example is that the other day she replied back and I didn't right away. On the same day, she messages me again with an old colleague praising me. It felt manipulative to make me reply straight away. Man, again with these girls and they're just, god damn. Anyways, I don't think she's a bad person. I know friendships can shift when life changes, and she does have a few things going on in her life right now. But it does also feel like she uses that as a shield whenever she's being distant or submissive or dismissive. And it's hard to know where I stand. I miss what we had, but I also feel drained by the dynamic now. And sometimes very, very annoyed because I can't even speak with her because of all the problems she's dealing with. To be honest, I am tired. I give my all to this friend for 4 years, and as soon as I changed jobs, she changed very quickly. Also, she was the one referring to me as best friend constant. So am I the asshole in this? I mean, I don't really know. I think she's not really the asshole because she didn't really fight back with anything. I mean, it's just like thoughts she's been having about this friend. There hasn't been any really like face-to-face fight or anything like that. So I mean, I would say no for that story. I'm gonna say no. Yeah. We're gonna jump to the next story. Am I the asshole for not answering the door when my ex's mom showed up at my apartment unannounced? Okay. Yeah. Well, as you can see in the gameplay, I'm actually preparing to go out on a little adventure, but yeah, I'm gonna go look for some diamonds and stuff, but I mean, I'm really slow at this. And I realize I'm playing on Java and not the Bedrock version. I didn't even know there was a difference between Java and Bedrock. Like, if someone can explain that to me, I'm gonna do some research and check it out. But I hope there's not a big difference. But yeah, this is Java for now. So, anyways, maybe we'll change in future. All right, back to the story. So this happened a couple of years ago, but I was talking about crazy mother-in-law stories with a friend, and she thinks I was an asshole. I have sole custody of my children. My ex and his family live about a 9-hour drive away from. One day at around 9 a.m., there was knocking on my bedroom window. I peeked through the bottom of the blinds and just see a woman's sneakers. So I peek higher and make eye contact with my ex's mom, and all I can think of is what the F. The apartments where I live are not gated, so anybody can drive onto the property, just not go into buildings without a key. Which means X's mom couldn't knock on my door because she couldn't enter my building. Anyway, now that she's seen me, I change and go see why she's there. Only reason why she has my address is because a few months back she asked to mail some stuff for the kids, and I dumbly gave her my address. She tells me she was in the neighborhood and I asked her why she didn't call me before arriving, and she said it was a last minute decision. I let her in and she sees the kids for a bit. When she leaves, I tell her next time she needs to give me a heads up before arriving. And I'm not talking 10 minutes before. I need at least 1 week notice. So this is where I might be the asshole. About 4 months later, she pulls this stunt again when I hear the tapping on my window. I know exactly who it is. I don't bother looking out the window. She starts calling me. After the fifth call, I answer. She tells me to open up because she wants to see the kids. I'm like, what? I'm not even home. Why she didn't tell me she was coming? I'm 45 minutes away visiting my dad with the kids. She demands dad's address. I refuse to give it to her. I tell her I have no idea when I'll be home. Yes, complete lie. Anyway, she doesn't believe me. She thinks I'm home. Again, says it was a last minute decision. I hang up on her. I'm getting texts from X demanding I let his mom see the kids. I tell him what I told her. I'm not home. Imagine my surprise when I hear the police banging on my door a few minutes later. I don't answer. I get a call from a random number, the police officer. He's there to perform a wellness check because my ex's mom hasn't heard from me in 3 days, and she's extremely worried. Also, according to him, it is illegal not to answer the door when a police officer knocks. I tell him she is lying. I just spoke to her on the phone. She showed up unannounced. I made it clear to her not to do that. And I am out with the family and I don't need to come back just because she showed up unannounced. She is X's mom and I don't have to talk to her. After that phone call, I get a text from X calling me an asshole and how hard would it have been to let his mom see the kids when she drove all the way there just to see them. I want to make it clear. I don't mind her visiting. I don't mind her being around my kids, but I can't stand her showing up unannounced and demanding to see the kids like that. It was like she was on a weird power trip. Man, she's definitely not the asshole, first of all. Yeah, I think the mom's just being an asshole. I think the mom's being an asshole. But yeah, it's pretty shitty. That's what happens when parents separate, man. Like, especially when there's bad blood between them, it's just horrible. And that's why, like, some kids, man, they got it rough. Yeah, I definitely feel for those kids. So today we're trying to get some food right now because I have no food and these crops take like ages to grow food. So I'm gonna have to think of a better farm to make or just make the farm bigger. I don't know. But yeah. We're gonna move on to the next story. Am I the asshole once again? Wife got mad at me for putting the baby in the crib for a few minutes to wash our dog covered in mud. For a bit of context, my wife gave birth to our son a few weeks ago. We've been there for 2 years and rescued a puppy that arrived on our property last. My spouse also has a 7-year-old that lives with us. Overall, has been going relatively well until a few days ago when I started noticing slight tensions and low communication. Our dog is mainly free to roam on our 1 acre property and sometimes visits the neighbors. Overall, she's a good dog. But once in a while, her hunter's instincts pop in and she starts hunting the surrounding wildlife. I live in the jungle. When this happens, she stops listening and goes a bit crazy, running, barking, and bothering the neighborhood. When this happens, I usually show my discontent, follow by tying her to a long leash where she can still share with us without having access to the forest. Last night was particularly bad. She found a large rodent and chased it to its den and trying to dig her way in. She's a small Jack Russell Terrier type. I have no clue what kind of type dog that is, but all I gotta say is the nicest dog is an Australian Shepherd. I don't care what anybody says, but that is the nicest dog, and I'm gonna get one soon. But yeah, I don't care what kind of dog she has. That's I don't care. When I saw her arrive, covered in mud and rolling herself out on a carpet, I holding the now calm baby, it felt to me like an emergency. I really didn't want to clean the mud from everything in the morning. So I hopped into action. I dropped the baby in his crib and sprung onto the dog to wash her and then tied her to the leash. When I got back inside, my wife was furious after me saying, I care more for the dog than our baby. I mean, like the dog is kind of a baby in a way. When you get a dog, that's a baby. But yeah, I think that's a bit over exaggerated. Anyways, by the way, I'm the only one taking care of the pets in the house, but I don't feel like I'm neglecting family matters for the pets. Rather, I just take the basic care of them and try to teach them proper behaviors. So my question, am I the asshole for having dropped the baby in the crib for 3 to 5 minutes to wash the dog and then feeling angry that my spouse is blaming me of neglecting the baby for our dog? I appreciate the feedback as I am currently feeling lost and frustrated. Man, once again, it is not a big deal. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta take care of the dog, man. Like, you gotta do what you have to do. Putting the baby away shouldn't be a big deal. Like, especially that she's not taking care of the dog whatsoever. What the hell? Like, let the man be. So that I think that's a clear one. Like, you're definitely not the asshole. But then again, I wasn't there. We don't know the context. But fudge, these women, man. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but like, come out. All right, we're gonna move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for not wanting to lend out my dress to a stranger? I, 29 female, pre-ordered a summer dress in January/February. from an independent designer, 20-ish female, online in another country. She accepted around 20 orders at that time and welcomed my minor alternation for the design. I paid in full upfront. It was expected to be done around August, as mine had more deviation from the original. So in my head, it is more of a custom design. I asked for update in August, and she said it will be ready in 2 weeks, around September. I had no issue with the delay, since I knew it was handmade slowly. Afterwards, I saw her post my dress in September. I can recognize from the color and the design, but no update on shipment. I thought maybe it wasn't ready. Then, today, 7th of October, she posted a video of her being interviewed and put my dress on someone else for photographing. I emailed her about the dress and she told me it was ready, but she decided for it to be featured in the interview before posting it to me. I am quite upset about the lack of consent. My thought is, it is her creation slash design as much as it is my property. It is not the same dress on the rack in H&M. I paid for it in full before it was even made. I didn't pay to dress someone else up. I paid to wear it myself. Why would I share a wardrobe with strangers? If it was a friend slash family, I would have no problem sharing. But I do not know the interviewer who wore the dress. I do not benefit from this at all. The only thing I got is delay. The lack of consent made me feel uncomfortable and disrespected as someone who supported her with actual money and actions. The risk of someone else staining slash damaging the dress is small, but does exist. Do you think I own the dress? Am I the asshole who thinks just because I paid, I owned it all? Or do I only own it after it is shipped? Do I process the right to say no if she'd ask beforehand? What are your thoughts? All right, you're definitely kind of a tiny bit of an asshole. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, she's just showcasing her dress with someone else. Like, I mean, I don't think that's such a huge deal. I mean, you could wash clothes. Like, come on now. It's not a huge deal. But I get the feeling of discomfort. But, like, yeah, it's not like she's a professional, like, company doing your dress. It's just someone who makes modifications to dresses. So, like, what are you upset about? Like, that's kind of the type of work like you should expect. Like, okay, she's showcasing it. It's not that big of a deal. So, like, you're kind of an asshole. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely gonna say. With that said, um, we're gonna go on to the next story. Am I the asshole for filing a police report on a good friend who was caught on video stealing my boyfriend's camera at a dinner? She has refused to help me either replace it in full or contribute to the cost of replacing it. More context. We were out to dinner one night at an expensive hotel. My boyfriend let me borrow his Canon G7X 1800 camera to bring to take pictures with my friends. At the conclusion of the dinner, I went up to the room and realized the camera was gone. I went back right down to the table and no one had seen it. I immediately got with the hotel security and she is on video, clear as day, swiping the camera when my back was turned and shoving it in her purse. I covered for her initially with my friend and contacted her to find a resolution. She had taken the camera with her and my other friends to a club after dinner, which I did not attend, and lost it there. For background, this is my good college friend who I know well, the camera thief. She has been taken on free trips to Coachella and St. Bart's on my dime. Not kidding. As well as many other things. We have done a lot together and are good friends, so I expected her to feel sorry. Initially, she lied, saying she did not have it. When I told her we had video, she confessed and then said yes, she took it, but lost it at the next bar she went to with my other friends. It is now gone. I asked her to help me replace it by going in on me with the cost. She has refused all measures or resolutions, and now I feel I have nothing left to do but file a police report and let them handle it. It is impacting my relationship, and I am frustrated. I'm furious. My friend is not helping at all. Why should I be on the hook for something she stole? I have given her 3 weeks to help me resolve this, but she insists she is going to do nothing. I am being pressed by my boyfriend to either replace the camera or help him file a report on her info and the footage. I even asked her to just throw in half or less than half the cost to help, but she still refuses. I do not want her to get in trouble, but I am at the point where I feel she really does not care. I mean, I don't know how expensive is this camera? G7X Canon? I mean, I have a friend who's a photographer, and man, these cameras can go up to like 10 Gs. So, I mean, given the fact that she's given her like free trips and stuff like that, St. Bart's. I don't know if you guys have ever been to St. Bart's, but I've been. It's beautiful. She got to pay that, man. Like, Like that's weird, man. I don't see how you don't see signs of a friend being weird like this for like so many years. Like sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. People are just the real side of them just comes out, which is like pretty funny. Anyways, I do not want her to get in trouble, but I am at the point where I feel she really does not care. So after this, we got some updates. We got, oh my God, we got like 5 updates. We're gonna go with update number one. I sent her a text this morning telling her if I do not receive full cost of the camera or shipping confirmation of a new camera from an approved vendor to a provided address by the end of the day, Friday, we will be filing a report with the police Sunday. I feel like an asshole typing this out to her, but I have to do it. Update 2. She told me she is sick of me and that I will be receiving a tracking number by 12 Eastern on Friday. And not to blame her if the package is never received. I mean, that's kind of weird. Like, you're going to receive the package, no? I told her if she was my real friend, she would be sorry, and in no way will I allow this to be flipped on me. Should I ask if the camera is new or the one that disappeared? Update 3. She sent me a tracking number via FedEx. It says it is waiting package. I have asked her repeatedly if she is sending me the original camera, assuming it magically turned up, or a new one. She refuses to answer and only tells me to stop bothering her. Update number 4. I am more and more convinced my friend, who's a camera thief, took the camera, hoping that I would just replace it for my boyfriend, gifting her a free camera. For background, this friend is heavily involved on Instagram and loves taking pictures. The Canon G7 is coveted by women because I hope I said coveted right. Coveted, I don't know. Coveted by women because it is known as the Instagram camera. Even if you wanted to buy one at full price, they are out of stock everywhere. Let's hope it gets returned with this tracking. FedEx still says awaiting package, even though shipping info was sent to them at 7 p.m. yesterday. Now we're going back to the final update. Original camera returned via FedEx the other day has been given back to the boyfriend. However, the camera thief blocked me on all socials after this. Appeared she was trying to keep the camera for herself and expected me just to buy a new one for the boyfriend. That's deep. I mean, you don't even gotta ask if you're the asshole. You're definitely not the asshole. Like some friends, just after a few years, man, they just switch. Like you just realize, man, these people are weird. There are some weird ass people out there, man, and they're just fake. So I kind of feel bad for her. So she's definitely not the asshole. All right. With that said, I'm exploring this cave and I'm just looking for some diamonds and like it just can't be like this entire cave. I do not find. I think I'm gonna find like one patch of diamonds. Like there's no diamonds here, so I'm just gonna like start taking iron and that's it. It's like really sad. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go work on the base. I think for the next episodes of the Let's Play, I think I'm just gonna continue working on the mountain base, the cave base. I'm just gonna get a good. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on building and then take from there. All right, we're gonna move on to the next story. Am I the asshole? Did I break some kind of parking lot law? So, stopped to pick up food while I was out and pulled to the side as I finished a phone call up. The place wasn't very busy, other than cars already in the drive-through, a car parked at the other end of the lot, and a car parked about half away from that car. There was plenty of room, so I just pulled to the side as I finished up instead of pulling into an actual parking lot. This is a move I wouldn't make if the spots were needed. But since it was pretty dead, I figured there was no harm in it. It was dusk out, so my headlights had kicked in on for a while I was driving. Like I said, I was finishing a quick phone call before pulling up to the drive-through. I don't know how long I sat exactly, but it was 5 minutes at most. As I grabbed the steering wheel to begin to drive towards the drive-through lane, a guy gets out of the vehicle that was parked in the middle of the lot. I slowed my roll a bit, not sure what he was doing. I thought he was crossing the lot, maybe to a garbage can, but he came towards my window and waved. I put my window down and he very aggressively started asking for the reason that I was shining my headlights into his window while he was eating, as if he was ready to rip me a new one. I was very caught off guard. I didn't know he was in there. I definitely didn't take the time to make sure I had my lights shining directly in his window. And there was also probably 5 or so spots between our cars. I said something along the lines of sitting there because I needed a moment. He began responding in the same aggressive tone. Something about how he's trying to enjoy his meal. I scoffed and drove to put my order in. I have. I would say this guy's like really obese. Like he's definitely fat, this guy. Like I'm just saying. Anyways, I didn't know he was there and did not expect someone to be in the car eating dinner. Anytime I eat in the car, I know I'm eating in a less than ideal spot and that I'm kind of at the mercy of whatever is going around whatever is going on around me. That's a great way to put it. If I'm sitting in my car doing anything, I know I'm doing so with the understanding of that the environment may change. There's another good one, man. It's a very well written story. If I'm in my car passing time between errands by just relaxing and someone parks next to me talking loudly on their phone, I'm gonna leave or move my car. Yes, they are disturbing me, but they aren't doing anything wrong or harmful. They're just using the lot. If I need different surroundings, that's something I need to fix for myself. So, am I the asshole in this situation? I feel a bit at fault because I wasn't in a parking spot, but the guy was being very aggressive about the whole thing. Had he not been so aggressive, I wouldn't be questioning any of it. You're definitely not the asshole, like, especially if you're not doing anything on purpose. Like, you didn't realize that you were shining your light there and that someone was in there. Like, come on now. Man, these people, man, who go to these drive-throughs and just eat dirty food, like majority of the time you're just an asshole. I'm just over exaggerating there, but like I don't know, some people, man, they're just tired from work. They go to the drive-through, get their food, and they're in that tweaky mode. So like what are you gonna do? Any little things is gonna tweak them out and they're just gonna like rage like a mini Karen rage. And that's exactly what happened in that situation. So I mean she's definitely not the ass. So I think that one's a pretty clear one. But yeah, with that said, still haven't found any diamonds in this dumb cave. We're gonna keep going. But yeah, I mean, I think like I said, I'm gonna just focus on making the base nice. Also, I did use a seed for this world. It's called pink and white, I think. Pink and white. And yeah, online they have some coordinates to some different interesting areas. So I think in the next video we're gonna go explore those areas. I just have to go find the coordinates. But with that said, we're gonna move on to next story. This might be the last story, not sure. We'll see what we get to here. But am I the asshole for refusing to pay for our friend's now broken iPhone and sunglasses that our son broke? I'm a 28 female and my husband is 32 male. Our son in question is 6 months old. Whenever someone holds them, we warn them that they'll try to grab your glasses or phone and sometimes even your hair. Man, they really train these kids like good. So we are trying to break this habit, but he is 6 months old now. Now, I warned my husband that a friend of mine, 33 female, let's call her Jean. Man, why you gotta call her Jean? Why do girls have guy names sometimes? Like I don't get it. Like Jean, like came to visit and wants to hold, which we didn't mind at all, and wants to hold. Hold what? You gotta write these bibber properly. She's talking about her son. I warned her about it, saying, "Oh, best taking your glasses off your head. He'll grab them." Now these are Gucci sunglasses. Gucci, costing almost 800 pounds, which to me is crazy amount for sunglasses, but each to their own. She rolled her eyes at me and accused me of hogging my own baby. I warned her again. She said, it's fine. Man, Gucci glasses for like $800. Glasses are so overpriced, it's not even funny. Like buying a fake pair of glasses though, that is something I have no issue doing. Like if you buy a fake pair of Ray-Bans, like that's like the best thing ever. It's like $10. You get a fake pair of Ray-Bans. They still look good from afar. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I have a pair of like $10 Ray-Bans that I got in Greece. They look fantastic and I'm chilling. But like $800 for a pair of glasses is just like that's just so insane. But like when we're talking about shoes, I mean like I would understand shoes, okay, yeah. Shoes in that case, buying fakes kind of like ass, like got more respect for shoes than glass. Anyways, off topic. So she stood holding him. I took her phone out, wanting to take a selfie, which again, I am fine with as long as it's not posted. Don't want a pic of him online as of yet. He, of course, grabbed her sunglasses, got excited as he got them, waved his hands about the glasses, and they flew. She screamed, scaring him. He panicked and flailed, hitting her iPhone to the floor. I quickly took him as she was freaking out. She says, I need to buy her a new iPhone 16 and replace her sunglasses, or give her the money for them, which is 2,300 pounds. Oh my God, she literally warned you. She warned you. I said, we can't pay for that as that's not even my monthly wage. Plus, I am on maternity, but also I don't feel like I should, as you ignored my warning. I'm called heartless for not being more understanding of her upset. I was more concerned with calming down my son. My husband just shrugged, telling her I did warn her. I fixed the issues since they were so triggering to people. Also, to those who thought that an adult didn't write this, adults can have dyslexia. So am I the asshole? I mean, like, how can you be the asshole? Like, you gave the warning. Like, what more do you want? Like, literally, she gave the warning, and she's definitely not at fault. So, I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this thing with money. When money's tight with people, like, and it affects friendships, that's just so bad. It just sucks. Like, it sucks how money, like, affects so many things in life. Like money can buy happiness. It's true. I used to have a fight with a teacher saying money cannot buy happiness, but she's definitely right. Money is happiness. It's gonna make your life better in some sort of way. So, I mean, in this case, she's definitely not the asshole. I think you guys can all agree with me on that. Come on, she warned you that her son was gonna throw your stuff like everywhere. Like, come on. Yeah, that's definitely not a good friend to have. I mean, I would definitely drop her. That's a pretty easy one. Pretty easy one. With that said, this cave absolutely sucked. Just gonna say, but we ended up finding our diamonds. We got 3 diamonds here, I think. Yep, 3. Perfect. Good enough. We're gonna all right. So, yeah, we're going to go to the last story of the day. Once again, am I the asshole by telling my spouse what I don't want to receive on my birthday? My 40-ish birthday is coming up. My spouse, who's about 50, has a habit of surprising me with something on my birthday, which is nice, of course. But in the past years, he has gifted me board games and statues of my favorite comic book character, while I explicitly told him I do not want either of those things. Reasons: we have plenty of games we still have to play, and we're running out of space to display the figurine. So it's like a little like Comic-Con couple, like one of them. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Last year, he gifted me a figurine anyway. It was a nice figurine, and I liked it. However, I also told him I'd rather had gotten something else instead. Today, he asked me what I thought about a specific board game he thinks I will like to get for my birthday. I told him I don't want it. It's a board game. I'm not interested in it. And I just don't want any more board games. He's angry now and calling me very ungrateful and impossible to find gifts for. He's done with this shit. He told me I should just make a groceries list with stuff I want. I do have a wish list, by the way. So am I the asshole? I mean, like, you're definitely not the asshole, but like figurines and like board games for your birthday, I mean, come on. I mean, like, look, I get it. But like, man, like, can't just like what? Like, what do? You just play board games every day, like as a couple? Like, I don't understand. Like, some people are just like, I mean, some people are just happy to play board games. I don't know. I can't really judge, to be honest with you. I mean, it is what it is. That's a very weird ass story. I don't know why I picked it. Anyways, that's the last story. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys um stuck around. Thank you to the one person who did comment on my previous video where I uploaded a video without audio by mistake. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I appreciate the 3 people who subscribed. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, it's a good start. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll continue this series. If you guys have any suggestions, please do let them know in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sloopy back here. Just want to say thank you um to those who subscribed. I mean, there's just 3 of you, but just want to say I'm really grateful. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you guys. And especially to the one guy who did tell me that I had no audio on one of my videos. So, yeah, I really appreciate that. If any of you guys like and subscribe and comment, that will help my channel hugely. And any suggestions would be really appreciated. Say anything in the comments that you think I should do or what I should do next, something I should build or a different series, or even if you have a Reddit thread, a very interesting one that I could maybe read out to you guys. But yeah, I mean, that's mainly what's going to be the content for this channel. But I mean, if you guys think that, yeah, if you have any suggestions, just let me know, please, in the comments below. Also, this is not AI, it is myself commenting on these things. I did notice there are a few channels that do similar uploads and similar videos, but I'm not sure if they're AI or not. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the AI commentary over like an actual like person talking themselves. I mean, I feel like it's hard to detect sometimes, and sometimes it is smoother to listen to be honest. But I mean, I prefer doing content like this, having like natural reactions and whatnot. But you guys let me know what you think about it. I think it's a bit, I don't know, both are good. But I mean, the effort that goes into putting AI content out there compared to actual like human content is like It's a lot less. It's a lot faster to do it with AI, and I did think about doing that, but I don't know, it just lacks the natural sense of it. So I mean, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on this, but I mean, yeah, I mean, let me know. But once again, thank you so much. Even if it's 3 subscribers, I want to thank you guys hugely. I appreciate it. And hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.